Hi and welcome to the Rags to Riches show with myself, Terry Blackburn. So this episode is about if you are feeling stuck. If you're feeling stuck in a rut, stuck in a situation that you can't get out of. Maybe you feel like you can't escape. You're completely trapped, you're stuck. You're just in a not a very nice situation, right? We've all been there, okay? To give yourself a little bit of comfort, we have all been there. But the great news is you can get out of whatever rut you're in. If it's money issues, if it's financial issues, work issues, career issues, issues with your business, issues with your property, ventures, issues with your partner, issues with your friends, whatever it is, right? The great, fantastic news is everything is solvable, okay? So in this episode, I'm going to share with you how you can get out of the rut. Because I've been in many ruts before. You know, I'm certainly not superhuman. I think anybody who's achieved any level of success has had some form or some sort of issue along the way, right? Along the way. But I'll share with you some tips and then also some tips on how to avoid them happening again, or if they do happen again, how to be self-aware enough to get yourself straight out of it, okay? Because that's a big part of this. Actually identifying where you are. But hopefully by listening to this episode or watching this episode, if it's on YouTube, you've identified or it relates to you in some way, right? So you might be self-aware enough to realize that you're stuck in a little bit of a rut already, which is good. So first thing that you can do, if you're just feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit down, a little bit trapped, first thing you need to do, right, is do something for you. So a little bit of self-care, right? That might be go to the gym. It might be go for a walk. It might be go for a massage. It might be, if you're a female, go get your nails done, go get your hair done. It might be go out with your friends. Don't go out drinking, by the way, because I don't think that's the solution. Drinking your sorrows away, partying, never, it's good at the time, but it never really makes you feel any better the next day. Normally you feel even worse the next day and the next week, right? So drinking's not the answer, but going out for a meal with your friends, go to play footy, go to play squash, go to the gym with them, go to the cinema with them, do something with them. It takes your mind off it, will definitely work. Go somewhere with your partner. Just do something for you that you enjoy. Not that anybody else wants you to do, not that anybody else enjoys, something for you, okay? Self-care, and you will start to feel a little bit better. You might be saying, I don't have the time to do that. Bollocks, right? Bollocks. I've got 4 kids, multiple businesses in different parts of the country. I'm all over the shop, loads and loads of staff. Like, I've got less time than most people and I still find time for that. And there's people who are doing 10 times what I do who also find time for that, right? So don't blag yourself, don't tell yourself you don't have time, you do. So that's the first thing. You can do something for you, a little bit of self-care, right? It will work, it will make you feel a little bit better about the rut that you're stuck in. And sometimes it gives you a little bit of clarity on, right, how can I actually get out of this rut, okay? Next thing that you can do is you can be good with your time management. So you might be, some people, my coaching clients say this to me, I'm stuck in a rut, you know, I feel like I can't get out of it, I'm not making any progress, and blah, blah, blah. A great system that I use is DDP, okay? So in regards to your to-do list, so first thing you got to do is write your to-do list of everything that you've got to do, okay? You might be feeling overwhelmed, you might be feeling stuck because you've got that much to do. And then you apply DDP. So that's delete, delegate, prioritize. Okay? So delete first of all the things on your to-do list that aren't really that important, that don't really either make you any money or get you closer towards your goals. Delete them completely, get them off your list. Second thing you do is delegate what you can. If you've got loads of staff, then that's great. Like I have, you can delegate lots. If you don't have any staff, you can work out if you can delegate anything. There might be a way of giving it to an assistant or a VA or a PA or somebody else to do, your partner, your colleagues or whatever. Obviously if you're working by yourself, that's going to be harder. Work on deleting things that aren't that good, that important or profitable. Delegate what you can. If you've got a team, delegate as much as you can. And then the last thing, DD and then P, is prioritize what's left. So whatever's left on your list, prioritize those in most important and profitable, second most important and most profitable, third most important and profitable, etc. And you work on each task individually until you get them all done. So when you feel stuck and you feel overwhelmed and you've got too much on, using DDP cleanses it a little bit, and it just gives you a little bit of a track to run on. Because a lot of people, when they feel stuck, they're really just saying that they're overwhelmed because they're not making progress. Which brings us on to point 3, is that you need to be aware that progress equals happiness. And you can't be progressing and feeling stuck at the same time. It's impossible. You can't be progressing in your business but feel stuck in your business. You might be progressing in business and feel stuck at home, in your personal life, but that's a different thing. But you can't have a great home life, great relationship with your partner, great relationship with your kids, and plenty of friends, and you're having a laugh all the time and living a good life. You can't have that and feel stuck at home, can you? The opposites, right? So you've got to be aware that progress equals happiness. So if you're progressing at the gym, you feel happy, you look in the mirror, you look better, you get a six-pack, you get better arms, better shoulders, better legs, whatever. If you're a female, you're looking to lose weight, you can see your waist shrinking and all of that. Like if that applies to you and you're making that progress, if you've experienced that, it's a good feeling, isn't it? So progression equals happiness. And when you progress, you don't feel stuck. So it might be a case of, if you are feeling stuck, that you just need to make some more progress. DDP will help you make more progress, for one. But a lot of it's just about taking action, not being overwhelmed, not overthinking stuff, because overthinking doesn't do anything. If anything, it hinders your success because you're not taking action when you're overthinking. You can't take action and overthink at the same time. So it's one or the other. So just don't overthink stuff and just crack on. And when you crack on, use DDP, you will start to make progress. And then when you start to make progress, you don't feel stuck anymore and you feel happy. Or certainly feel happier, because progress equals happiness. I'm telling you, this works. Another thing that you can do, so we've got self-care, we've got DDP, and we've got progress equals happiness. Next thing that you can do is network with other people or ring other people if you've got the phone number, or mix with them and try and speak to them. If you know people who've achieved what you want to achieve, or who have been through a time like you're going through. So, for example, if you've sold your business and you're a little bit, your head's wobbled a little bit, like it's happened to me before. You ring someone who's sold the business in the past. If you're struggling to find deals at the moment and you feel stuck because you're not making any progress with your property journey, then ring someone who's still doing deals. See what I'm saying there? If you're feeling like you're struggling with your partner in your relationship, you're having a hard time at home, ring someone who's also had a hard time at home, who's got past it. So networking and mixing and calling and speaking to people who've achieved what you want to achieve, or who've been through what you're currently going through, will massively help. Reach out to me. I'm happy to help anybody as long as I've got the time to do that. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, personally and professionally. So reach out to me. I might be able to give you some advice that'll just help you. I'm definitely not a counsellor, but I can certainly try and help you if I can. So network and speak to people who've been through what you've currently going through, or been through what you or they are where you want to be. Okay, it will definitely help if you're feeling stuck. Next thing you can do, dead easy. If you're feeling a little bit stuck, let's say if you're feeling like you're lacking motivation and that's what you're stuck with. Simply type into YouTube, it's completely free. Type into YouTube, feeling stuck, motivation, or lacking motivation, motivation for life, motivation for this, motivation for that. Type in at YouTube, there's loads and loads of videos that will motivate you. It takes 10 minutes, put it on. I just put mine on when I'm in the shower, or in the morning, or if I need to kick up the arse to go to the gym, I'll put it on when I'm stretching in the gym, so it gets me in the zone to then train properly. It's free to do, it takes 10 minutes, and it works a treat. On those cold Tuesday mornings when you can't be bothered, you're tired, you run down, you're sluggish, you're lazy and all of that, these will snap you out of it, yeah? Another one, there's 3 more points. One of them is write your goals down. So if I'm ever feeling a little bit stuck, overwhelmed, tired, sluggish, lacking motivation, a great trick is just to simply write your goals down. Because when you write your goals down, you're writing down things that you want, writing down things that you would love to achieve, the things that excite you. And then what you're doing is your attention and your focus is going on to something that you want and something that excites you. If your goals don't excite you, you need to write new ones. But then you're focusing on stuff that really excites you and motivates you and, gets you buzzing, and it's a good thing to think about. It changes your state straight away. It gets me back in the zone, it gets me back refocused. That's why I'm working so hard on a Tuesday morning, when everyone else is asleep, when everyone else is just going through the motions, when everyone else is just tired, when everyone else doesn't want to work and they're taking it easy. That's why I'm working so hard, because I want that. Gets you in the zone, man. That leads nicely on to the next point, which is a mood shifter. So if you don't know what a mood shifter is where you're in a bit of a bad mood, or you're feeling sluggish, stuck, down, depressed, whatever. And what you simply do is you simply close your eyes, and you think of an amazing time in your life. So that might be when one of your children were born, when you first seen him or her. It might be like the funniest night you've ever had out with your friends. I always remember a couple of big nights in my life that just were hilarious. And it was hilarious start to finish, and we had such a good night. I can remember certain things happening on these nights out. So what you do is you close your eyes and you visualise yourself being there, and you put yourself back on the lad's holiday or the lass's holiday. You put yourself back in the hospital where you get handed your son or daughter, and you look at them for the first time. It might be a date night that you went on that was amazing. It might be when you sold a business, or when you bought your first property, or you passed your driving test, or whatever, right? A feeling where you just felt amazing. And you close your eyes and you put yourself back in that place. You remember what it looks like, what did it smell like, what did it feel like, what were you wearing, what were your friends wearing, what was it like? And you visualise it as clearly as you can. And then you smile and you just act like you were there again. And it does change your mood. It's a mood shifter. It just changes your state a little bit, and it puts you back in that place when you were really happy and it was really fun and whatever it was. So mood shifters definitely work. They're free to do, and everyone, when I said that, you've hopefully just thought about a time when it really snapped you back. It really put you back into that place. It was so fun that you had such a good time. Everyone can remember something like that. If you've had a shit life and you can't remember anything, then I suggest you maybe get a bit of a social life, go do something right. But we've all had good times in our life, surely. So snap yourself back and put yourself back into that place, and it'll just change your state, okay? And the last one is realising that nobody's going to come and save you. I ain't coming to save you, your mum's not coming to save you, your dad's not coming to save you, your partner's not going to save you, no one's going to come give you a cheque for £1 million. It's up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. Okay? If you are going to do something in your life big, and you are going to change your life, and you are going to be a multi-millionaire, you are going to have shitloads of property, you're going to have multiple businesses, multiple streams of income, you're going to be fit, healthy, happy, look great, feel great. No one's giving you that. Nobody. It is only solely up to you. And as soon as you realise that, the better. Because when you realise that and make yourself accountable for your own happiness and your own progress, you realise that I have to go to work, I have to do these things in order to get to where I want to be. I think there's a lot of people going through life that just think someone else is going to give them it, or they're going to get lucky. It doesn't happen like that. Champions and grafters and grinders and winners, they're grafting every day. And if you're just sitting around being a lazy bastard, sorry for me swearing on this episode, by the way, like, don't expect to progress at the same rate as a winner, because you're not going to. You're delaying your own progress, therefore you're delaying your happiness, therefore you're moving further and further behind your competition and everybody else. So use this episode as the catalyst. If you're feeling a bit down, listen to this episode again. This is the catalyst to kickstart you onto a journey now of not feeling stuck no more, feeling happy, constant progression, and chasing down those goals that you've always wanted. Get to work. No one's going to make it happen for you apart from you. So with that being said, no need to listen to this anymore. I'm going to end the episode. Go chase your dreams. Go make progress today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until after work. Do it right now. Do something right now that helps you get to where you want to be and makes even one little mini step towards progress, right? That's progress. One step in the right direction is progress. So go after it. Share this episode with someone who you think will enjoy it. If you feel like someone else who you know is stuck in a rut, send this to them. Send this episode to them, because this might just actually help them. And that's why I do this podcast. I don't get paid to do this podcast. I've been offered sponsorship and I said no. I want to help people in this podcast. That's why I do it for free. So send this to somebody who you think is stuck in a rut, who could do with hearing this, and it might just help them. Thanks for listening, and take care. Have a good day.